Good morning, Romany Rye. Last week I told you a story about how we cut the ship up on a boat and how the council paid me to take it away. And I told you there was another story to be told. But in fact, yeah, there were several more stories, but this one is more relevant. So we cut that one up, and we had all the zinc out of it, and we cut it in lumps and we craned it up on the bank. Then we cut it up. That was no problem. So just as we finished that job, Andy Brogdon come down to see me. He said, Clarence, he said, they'll be on to you again. He said, a little way up, there's a big wood boat. He said, I don't know what on earth you do with it, but it got to be gone. I said, well, I don't deal in wood, do I? No, he said, but they want to know you cut it up. So he said, we've got to have a look. So up we goes. Me and Donald. And there's this big wood vessel there. So I already had it in my churl that I'd use a chainsaw to cut it up if they would give me enough money. But me being me at that particular time, I was only thinking of the money. I thought a chainsaw cut it in pieces, blah, blah, blah. I never took into account that the nails would be staggered. Copper nails, mind you. And whatever I was going to do with it. Anyway. Made an appointment, they did come down and see me. So look at this boat. He said, we need a price to take this away. So Donald said to me, you do realise it's right cutting this up, he said, but you're going to go through so many chainsaw chains, he said, hitting nails, he said, it costs a fortune. I said, yeah, you're right, Don. I said, but it depends how much they want to pay. So we already had 6 covers plus all the thing at the other yak. So down come the same mush. This time he didn't go down in no pits. He drove down right, see me. Down he come. So he just wanted a price for me to cut this boat up. So I told him a tale about the chainsaw chains, and once we hit a nail, we got to start and resharpen the saw. He said, well, he said, I accept all of that. He said, but we still got to get rid of it. I said, well, I can tell you now, it's going to be at least £10,000. He said, and I said, I haven't even gone into it that much. Same thing. Cool, he said, that seems a lot of money. I said, well, that's what it is. So he goes away, comes back. Anyway, we gets a job. So in the meantime, we goes down and looks at this boat. Now, down at Ale, there were some brothers called Bombacks. and they were traditional boat builders. So I used to buy a lot of scrap from them. They used to make jigs and all sorts of stuff to build boats in, lift boats. And each one was like specific for that job. And then once they've lifted it and it's gone, they scrap the frames. Well, we've been down there cutting up stuff for years. My grandfather had the job before me. So I gets hold of him. I said, I got a big wood vessel to cut up. I said, can you sort of come along? I said, and give me an indication of where the nails may be and all the rest of it. Some of the nails was exposed. Others had what they call cork over it. You couldn't see them. So he comes down. As soon as he got out the car, he said, is it that one? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, he said. He said, we can use a lot of the wood off this boat. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, well, what are you saying? Well, he said, what we'll do, we'll dismantle the wheelhouse properly and this, that, and the other. He said, and some of the wood we can reuse it. He said, we'll pay you for it and take it down. I said, lovely job. I said, but all I'm interested in really, I said, is you telling me where the nails may be. So he drew lines on the boat where the nails wouldn't be. And we done it easy. But we let them strip all the decking out the top of the boat. They had all that. They took it all that away. So they did most of the work for us. All we had really was a empty hull. And where they draw the lines is where we cut it. So then we had to cut holes in the bloody side to put chains on and straps on and lift her out. But we had £10,000 plus VAT for that job. Plus they took away all the stuff. I can't say how much they had at the time, but it made all the expenses very cheap, put it that way. And the other thing was, Donna said, what are you going to do? I said, what we'll do, we'll take this over Wheel Jane, because we was stripping out Wheel Jane at the time. So I got over to Peter Law. I said, Pete, we're burning up all that wood over the bottom end. Yeah, he said. I said, I got a boat to add to it. Bloody boat, he said. I said, yeah. I said, that's right. I said, but I want to burn it out a bit separate. I said, because I want to pick up all the copper nails after. And I don't know if you're going to believe me. I can't say I don't care, but I hope you believe me. Do you know what? We had 4.5 hundredweight of copper nails out of that boat. 4.5 hundredweight. And brass fittings and all sorts of stuff like that. Burnt the bugger right out. Mind you, it took 2.5 days to burn that boat. 2.5 days to burn her down to ash. But we went for every bit, me and Donald, with a sieve. Donald shoveled it up and I had it in a sieve and shake the sieve. And we had the nails, 4.5 hundredweight. Plus we had the money, plus we sold a lot of the fittings that was on the boat. But Bombax, they bought all the stuff. There was lots of cleats and all the deck, and they took all that up and reused it. But old Peter Love said, a boat? I said, yeah. He laughed his bloody head off, poor old bugger. He burnt the bugger right out. We had Max Alvar's crane there for one day, that's all. And when we lifted her out a bit, we cut her off and took her out in bits. Put her on the lorry and took her down there and dumped her off. She did have a steel keel, if I remember rightly, though. Yeah, I think she did. But that was the wooden fishing boat. So my friend who asked me to tell him the rest of the story about the boats, that is what happened. So it was a lovely day here this morning again in Exeter. Sun is shining. Beautiful day. And it's bye-bye from the Romany Rye. Catch you next time.